Hi, I'm Kevin Godley, and I want to introduce you to a new music app designed to work on devices like this and this. It's called Whole World Band.
So, Kevin Godley here at NAMM 2014.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
Pretty NAMM. I've never been here. It's more Vietnam than NAMM, from what I can gather. Too many people, it's too loud, too insane, too many things to watch, too many things to listen to. But I'll probably just get acclimatized by the time it's time to leave, which is tomorrow. But it's pretty cool.
So you're here to promote Whole World Band, your iOS app?
That is correct.
So just give me a kind of like a description of what this is trying to achieve. It's quite an ambitious project.
It is an ambitious project, but it's a pretty simple idea. Essentially, it's a new musical ecosystem. How would I describe it? It's a multi-track audio-visual recording studio, essentially, where people can go in and record with other people wherever they are in the world, but not only in sound, but in pictures too.
So it's very much a collaborative idea, right?
That is the notion. It's based on the notion of collaboration, which is a way of working that seems to be taking hold in the world today. Unfortunately, there isn't really a definitive tool that will allow that to happen. We're hoping to be one of them.
So the other thing that's quite ambitious is the whole idea of revenue share and kind of thinking outside the box of traditional record companies.
That is very, very important to what we're trying to do. We're very aware that the musician's lot in the current music business is not as good as it could be in terms of earning capacity. So we spend a good deal of time making sure that our back-end rights management systems and revenue sharing model works for everybody involved. Not only people who put tracks on earn money, but people who contribute tracks earn money as well.
I was quite interested to find out how that's going to work with people who are artists who are already published. Are you having to put deals in place with existing publishers? Or?
Well, if it's an already published song, you can't share any of the publishing. It's as simple as that. If it's a new song, you can share some of the publishing. But what an artist can do is offer session fees. If he takes any of your contributions off and records a new version of a track, you will get paid for that.
Right. Okay. And I mean, so far I've seen Ron Wood doing some great guitar tracks. I mean, some of the stuff that he's been putting in have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
And who else have you got kind of?
Oh gosh, well we've got more people coming all the time. There's a lot of emerging artists on there, but we've got Ronnie Wood, we have Stuart Copeland, we have Passenger, Dave Stewart's just come on board. Who else we got? Ethan Johns, the record producer, who's also a performing artist in his own right. So jump in and take a look.
So people could just download this for iOS at the moment. You got plans for any other platforms?
We do, but iOS at the moment is the best platform to work for in terms of musical accuracy. That's why we started on our iOS. Our intention is to move into desktop, is to move into iPhone, and to move through all the other platforms when the technology allows us to do that correctly.
And so currently, the sort of final result of a collaboration is played from within the app. Is it going to be able to be published as things like YouTube?
You can share it on, I'm not sure, I think Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Yes.
Okay, so excellent.
And they're called video mixes. Essentially, it's up to 6 separate clips joined together playing in synchronization with each other.
So what's the world domination plan? Where would you like to see this go?
Well, my ambition is for it to exist as a musical platform alongside all the other platforms. Just as important as CD, as MP3, as downloading and streaming. It's just another way to experience music, but a more inclusive way, more experiential way to be involved in music, rather than just consumption of music.
So, I mean, you're very much kind of songwriter-based.
Yeah.
I mean, in the past, it's been a lot about production and studio technology for yourself. Are you kind of? Do you find this is more about the kind of roots approach to songwriting?
Well, it's interesting. I call what we do digilog, because it's a combination of the best of digital technology, but it's an analog performance. It's about using modern technology, advanced technology, to capture something as primitive and as basic as a performance by somebody.
So, if, say, for instance, a collaboration blows up, becomes a worldwide hit, is there a path for that to happen?
Oh God, yeah. Anything can happen in here. That's the joy of it. What we're doing is leveling the playing field. It's not just about new artists playing with old artists, famous artists playing with young artists. Anything can happen in here. And not only can you hear it, you can see it as well. That's the exciting thing.
I also noticed it seems to be more about a linear performance rather than somebody cutting a whole lot of stuff up.
That's true.
Is that a prerequisite, or are people allowed to do that?
No, they can do what they want, but the tech doesn't allow them to do it just yet. That's going to be happening in the next couple of iterations, and we are building that into it. But we wanted to start from a very simple place.
Right, okay. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your NAMM.
Well, I hope so too.
And I just wanted to ask you a sort of off-piste question, which was, the Gizmotron has been coming into focus again, and how have you seen anything else like that? I mean, it's such a way ahead of its idea, way ahead of time idea.
Well, it was way behind time, because it was more like something that Da Vinci would have actually invented rather than something contemporary. I haven't seen anything. At the time, the closest thing to it was the Ebo.
Right.
But it didn't have any moving parts. I think the downfall of the Gizmo, maybe its advantage, was the fact that it was mechanical.
Right.
It actually physically did vibrate the strings of your guitar. So, I don't know, maybe if there's a return to vinyl, maybe there's a return to Gizmotron too. Let's find out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too. And the first thing you'll see is our menu of artists. Now, they're quite a diverse bunch, and more are joining us every day. It's a bit like a record label's roster, but that's where the similarity ends. For a start, we're as much about video as audio, and although everyone is performing their own music, their music isn't always finished. In fact, some of it has barely started. Music on Whole World Band can sometimes start with the bare essentials, and that's where you come in. Here's a different example. Ronnie Wood performing a half-written song.
Working a filling station, you need the money. Working a filling station, fill her up, honey.
Pretty bare bones, isn't it? But let's see what Ronnie's after.
You can use some Japanese drums or bells or the kitchen sink or just an old tea chest.
Okay, so he wants you to add to it. And what you add to it is actually the whole point of Whole World Band. But how does it work? Well, right here, using the camera and mic on the iPad. There's also lots of gizmos you can plug in to improve the quality of both, so you can be as low or as hi-fi as you like. This isn't my most inspired performance, but it could just as easily be you on drums, guitar, cello, vocal, whatever. But I can combine these two together, or I could open the library of performances already in the app and build a fuller version. Look, here's all the other drummers on the track, all the bass players, all the guitar players. I can preview each performance and I can mix it and build this version.
Working a filling station, you need the money. Working a filling station, fill her up, honey.
And this version.
My own life, got bills to pay. I'm working all day, fill me up, babe.
Exactly the same process applies to every artist on Whole World Band. We also encourage the bigger names to play on other artists' material. This levels the playing field and draws significant attention to their work. Now here's the thing, it's not free and nor should it be. Think about it. If no money goes in, none can come out. And musicians getting paid their worth is a major part of Whole World Band's ethos. We aim to put more money back into musicians' pockets and give them a bigger slice of the pie. You see, anyone can start a track on Whole World Band. You do this by charging admission to your recording session. The actual price is up to you. You can also decide how much of your earnings to share back with contributors. Another couple of things. If you start a track on Whole World Band, we won't own any rights to it. It's yours, period. And it wasn't invented to create finished tracks. It's there to stretch music in lots of different directions at once. And it's also there to stretch your imagination, whoever and wherever you are. I'm Kevin Godley, and this is Whole World Band. Thank you for watching.